coming near. Welcome to the PBJ Show. We are your hosts, Pastor Becalina
and Josephina.
Kids, you've got questions.
And we have answers for you.
So, what are you getting me for Christmas?
You asked me that last week.
I know, but I really want to know.
Okay, tell you what, I'm going to tell you.
Okay,
are you guys ready? Okay. Are you sure you want to know?
Yes,
okay,
yes.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, a little closer. A little closer. A little closer.
Woo! Well then.
It's a surprise!
It's a surprise, all right. You nearly gave me a heart attack. You scared the jelly right out of me. Okay. Oh, hey, actually, since we're talking about surprises,
yeah?
Have you ever seen Pastor Becky and Bethany from the Church of God Moose Jaw?
Yeah.
They are surprisingly amazing at doing science experiments.
Yeah, I wish we were that cool. If only we were as cool as Pastor Becky and Bethany.
Well, you know what? I think we could be that cool. I was thinking, since we're done our challenge of like the challenge showdown, we could start something totally new,
like the Mad Scientist Show
or Geology Rocks. That's a hardcore team name.
Wait, what about?
Oh, yeah?
Science Made Simple. Welcome to the Science Made Simple. We are your hosts,
Pastor Becalina
and Josephina.
Today on Science Made Simple Show, we will show you how to contain water in a cup.
Well, that sounds simple.
But is it?
Well, I thought that was the whole idea of the show.
Is it really, though?
Oh, you're so confusing. So, for this experiment, you will need a cup, some cardstock, and some water. Room temperature will do.
Okay, we got all our supplies. So, let's see. What do? We simply pour the water into the cup.
Just like that. And then you take the cardstock and place it right on top.
Voila! Hey, it worked! We are as good as they are.
What?
The water has stayed in the cup.
I think we're supposed to turn it over.
Oh, that's where the science comes in.
Yeah.
Okay, one sec. Hey, yeah, it worked.
Isn't that so cool?
And one time, yep, that's cool.
So our question of the day comes from a sweet girl named Caitlin.
Why did John the Baptist grow up in the wilderness?
Caitlin, you have such a beautiful name. You must have a pretty cool mom with a name like that. Thank you for your question today.
Well, Caitlin, we did some digging into the Gospels, and this is what we found for you today.
Yeah, actually, all 4 Gospels talk about John the Baptist. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John.
That's right. And hey, why don't we first look in Matthew chapter 3, verse 1. And it says, "In those days, John the Baptist came to the Judean wilderness and began to preach." So came means that he actually didn't grow up in the wilderness. He was probably around 30 years old when he entered the wilderness.
Okay, so he didn't grow up in the wilderness, but why did he even live there for even a short period of his life?
Well, that's a good question. The Bible doesn't go into a lot of detail as to why he wandered around in the wilderness, but I think a good place for us to start is looking way back in the Old Testament to Isaiah 40, verse 3. And it says, "Listen, it's the voice of someone shouting, 'Clear the way through the wilderness for the Lord.'" Thanks for your help.
No problem. I got your back, PB.
Okay. You see, the verse we just read is a prophecy. A prophecy is telling us something that will happen in the future.
That's right. So John, being in the wilderness, was fulfilling a prophecy of the Old Testament.
Yeah, you bet, that's right. And he had a very important job to do as well. You see, John was a prophet, and God had given him the job to prepare the way for Jesus. Some say that John wanted to preach away from people so that they would have to go out of their way to go and see him and hear his message. You know, also living in the desert would have kept him away from having a lot of arguments with some of the religious leaders who didn't really like what he was preaching.
So by John living in the desert, it may have been a way to show people how important his message was, and that a person's relationship with God was much more important than having a nice, comfortable life here on earth.
Do you know what my question is?
What?
Why did he eat locusts and honey? Do you think that he dipped the locust in the honey before he ate it?
You know, I think that's a discussion for another show.
Are you sure? I brought locusts and honey. I thought we could maybe test it out. I thought it'd be fun to try it today.
No.
Here, let me grab it.
No.
Just a second.
No.
Just a second.
No.
Hey.
Nope.
Josephina. Joseph. Where'd you? Oh. Signing off today is your host, Pastor Becalina. Kids, you've got questions, and I have answers for you.